thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. I honestly so appreciate it, as my main objective is to empower, to inspire, and to share knowledge with all of you. Also, check me out on Instagram down here. I'll leave the link down below for my profile, where I literally post daily pictures and videos on fashion, makeup, wigs, and all the upcoming videos that I will be making, as it is a plethora of goodies. With that, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down here, as well as the little bell, so you are notified when I upload videos every single week. Now, from my lovely viewers, and I was gonna do it anyway, but thank you for suggesting it, a fall makeup look. So I feel like I may have been the last person in the world to give Boxycharm a try. So I literally just got this the other day, the September, and of course it's late September. I was kind of hoping that I got the October box, but I did get the September box, which is also really funny about makeup. So I knew that it had this pretty vulgar palette, and honestly, I am generally not a person that likes muted and brown colors, and this is why I was like, I really don't want to get this box. I want the next one. And it's kind of like, Tim Gunn, make it work. And literally making it work, and I absolutely love, I really do love this look that I just created using this palette. What I used was really nothing special, so just for the fact of, if you don't have this palette, like very easy to replicate this look, I just used this kind of champagne-y color right here, this color, this brown, this kind of sparkly, just a tad, this dark brown, and then this black. So literally, if you have any kind of neutral palette, you can easily recreate this look without any issue. So again, I just kind of like did that real quick. I also used the Lippie and some of the brushes from the box as well. So let me know what you guys think. We're just gonna roll it out, and let's get all smoky. Here we go. All right, let's see if we can recreate this on this side, and maybe a little bit better. All right, of course we're using the Nightingale palette from the September 2018 Boxycharm. This palette. Okay, so I'm just going to, this brush did come with it. I'm just going to take this Nocturnal and honestly just put on my eye. This, honestly, really not doing anything, but you know, just kind of getting a powder base, if you will. Okay, that of course didn't really do anything. So the next step, what I'm gonna be doing is, because I'm gonna be creating this kind of cut crease top part. So I'm just going to be using this brown with, actually this is an e.l.f. brush right here, and I'm just going to start right here in the center of my eye and just go this way. And then, you know, this part, it can be totally messy because you're gonna be going over it and there'll be concealer. Like honestly, when I do the cut crease, like the concealer will probably pop over. So it's totally fine. If it gets a little out of control, it doesn't really even matter. This brown. And then also I'm gonna be using, this is one of the brushes that did come with the box, this darker brown. And just kind of, again, you're just gonna be like blending, experimenting with the colors, and just seeing what you can come up with. Because honestly, when you're doing makeup, you kind of just go with the flow. Like, my best advice with doing anything in the entire world is just go with the flow. Like, don't be like, it has to look like this. Because whenever I feel like I'm gonna be doing this makeup look, it generally never turns out that way, because it doesn't. And I just let it be whatever it's gonna be. Okay, perfect. So that's that. And I'm just gonna take this brush, which also came with the charm box, and kind of just blend it out slightly. Not bad, not bad. And then I was using this all-nighter right here too, because we're gonna like you know, pop it dark. Okay. Let's continue to do a little bit of shading, this darker brown. And then I did actually use this kind of metallic too, on this kind of outer part. All right, so this is looking just fine. Okay, now we're gonna be, of course, doing this part, which is, you know, so really right now, this is almost like doesn't even really matter. I mean, this is just like a fine base. We're gonna definitely be going over it, so it's like, this is just like a rough draft, if you will. So I'm gonna be taking the Makeup Revolution in the C1, using the other brush that did come with the charm box, which is not really for this application, but I'm using it anyway. This is more of like an eyeliner brush, like if you're going to correct, that's really great. Okay, so kind of getting it on there. Try not to get on the eyelashes so it makes a mess of the top. And let's just see. Okay, so there's my line by looking up. So that's really where it should be. Again, taking more product on the brush and just lightly going over it. Taking your time. Remember that a cut crease is not an Olympic event. So clearly I did not really follow protocol of the cut crease on the other side. I definitely admit to that. I'm gonna take my favorite e.l.f. brush, the C brush, and using this Pillow Fight, which honestly I feel is the best color out of these two, which who knew? And just patting it. You want a firm brush to pat this color in, to make it pop. Okay. I really want to continue to use this brush, this finer brush, to make, really try to get that line, if you will. I would actually love to know if you guys all have this palette, or if you subscribe to the Boxycharm. I really would love to know, and I would love for you to share all your photos of you wearing your looks. I would honestly love to see it. So definitely show me your looks. Black. And also, I never do this where, this is actually gonna be very interesting. I never put my eyes on, then put my foundation. I always put my foundation on first. So this is gonna be like a real experiment to see if I can not go crazy and mess anything up. Because I have a tendency to get a little crazy, get a little wild. Okay. I'm actually really excited to see what we're gonna do on the bottom. I definitely want to do it like real smoky for this autumn, winter, fall look. Just continue to just, you know, these colors are very dusty and very muted, so I feel like you really can't go too wrong with them. And then I'm going to, of course, top the part with more of this light. Give a little bit of that brow bone flare. Perfect. What are we thinking about this? I dig it. I definitely dig it for this muted look. I have my NYX Total Control. Total Control. It's actually in 7.5, which is kind of a off color. I happen to be at Ulta for like half off, and I just grabbed it. I mean, it's maybe not perfect, but honestly, for half off, I will make it perfect, right? And actually, this is so fun, like putting this on like this. I remember like some people are like, stop doing that, and just like draw, you know, having the foundation just like squeeze on your face. But it's either like I put it on my hand and then put it on, or I just put it on my face. Like it almost, you know, I'm not doing it to be cool by any means. I'm not doing it to be Instagram cool. I'm doing it because actually I do prefer putting it on my face so I can just dab it all in. Okay, let's see. I'm actually doing a pretty good job at putting on my foundation without maybe messing anything up. The same thing right here. Let me know if you guys, you know, I love to hear tricks. I love to see what you ladies are doing, your favorite looks, or, you know, everything. So, you know, life is all about, I'm not an expert. I don't think anyone is an expert at anything because you can always learn something new. So let's all share what we know, what we love, you know, things like that, because what may work for one person may not work for the other. So it's all about just experimenting and sharing the positivity of life. Let's share the positivity. So now I actually use the Airspun. And I use another beauty blender, actually, a different beauty blender. You have two. And I actually don't really set like most of everyone. I just pat it in. Just pat it in. I feel like this is like a best technique for me. Because sometimes I feel like when I set, it doesn't look quite right. But maybe because, you know, other beauty people are using the really expensive setting. Or maybe it's just my skin. I mean, who knows? You just do not know. Elf brush. This is in deep. All the information is below. So I'm just gonna hit those spots that I normally do. Current favorite Mauve blush is from the Dollar Tree. I'm sure there's other ones I would fall in love with, but this is the one I have. And I just pat it. I just pat it on. Pat, pat, pat. Lightly, like it's almost, I'm kissing my face with the blush. So let's work on this under eye. This brush from the palette. Let's use this swoop. And let's not be afraid of a little smoky eye. Let's not be afraid of going maybe a little low. Another elf brush. Ooh, digging that, digging it, because we're not afraid of going a little deep, a little low down here. So let's put some eyeliner on. Using the NYX matte. Kind of start in the middle of my eye. Just follow the line. And breathe. And relax and have a steady hand. So thank you everyone for taking a little watch at this video of the smoky eye using the Pretty Vulgar palette from the Boxycharm. And of course all the links are down below for everything, and I'm really excited that you stopped by. If you have any really great comments, again, let's share the positivity in the world and just have fun. And remember that it is your absolute right every single day of your life to be as fabulous as you want to be. So, be fabulous. I want to thank you, and we will see you